in the fixing state. I've got to give Dove all of my news power. Did it work?
I think so.
Yes. We ready to roll?
Okay, if you can check that link or the feed.
Is it on the feed? Is it working?
Yeah, double check. It's not on the phone yet.
Yeah, I see. Oh, I see it on YouTube.
I'll just share the link through Vibe. I think
Okay.
I think our app's borked. All right, I think we're ready to go whenever, Mr. Mayor.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of Lucid City, I'd like to welcome you guys tonight to the sixth mayoral debate. In here tonight, we have two candidates who have announced themselves that they would like to run for mayor. I will be your moderator tonight and asking all of the questions. I would like to thank the folks in the crowd for being here in person, and just remind you guys, make sure that you're whispering up in your seats there until you're called upon at a later time to come and ask questions. I think we're going to go ahead and get started. Also, thanks to the LCPD for coming to provide security here tonight. Let's go ahead and start bringing out our candidates. First, coming to the stage, Wilcox Sandu. Wilcox is the owner of the Cranberry Bar. Some of you may know him from there. I'm going to go ahead and give him 2 minutes here to just announce what policies he has and what he plans to do with the mayor's office.
Hello, everyone. My name is Wilcox Sandu, as Mayor Ronnie has very wonderfully vocalized. My policies
Mic
are
off.
to incentivize businesses to keep their doors open, to hire new employees at a more steady rate, so that the businesses can stay open more often. I look to decrease the price of the emergency repair services that are available in the city. And I also would like to find better ways for businesses to be more self-sustaining.
Wonderful. Thank you for that introduction, Wilcox. I appreciate you letting the citizens know what you wish to do in the mayor's office. Our next candidate is none other than Trixie Amarillo. Trixie works over at Lucetti's, which is where some of you may know her from. Trixie, I'm going to go ahead and give you the moment to get that spider off of your foot, and then you can take 2 minutes to announce to the crowd and the people watching on the live stream what your platform is all about and what you plan to do in the mayor's office.
My platform is about, police are held accountable for their actions. Nobody is above the law. I'm looking for maybe a criminal reformment, hence, a little bit of community service to help reduce fines and probation. Animal rights. I mean, I've seen so many people illegally hunting out there and killing the poor animals for no reason whatsoever. I want to bring dino nuggies and curly fries to the city, as well as tacos. Also, I'm part of the Free the Titties movement.
All right, Trixie, thank you for that introduction and explaining to the citizens of the city what you plan to do with the mayor's office. Whoa, what do we have here?
You forgot one.
Who is this?
You forgot me. This is the new mayor.
The new mayor. This is Mr.
I-
Go ahead and who is this guy, guys? Go ahead and stand out front. State your campaign policies. Go ahead. Introduce yourself.
My name is Landon Murphy, and I'm gonna be the next mayor. That's really it. I want to legalize drunk driving because it's really not even that bad if I'm being honest with you. And I want free healthcare. All right, I'm tired of paying just to get my scratches and cuts repaired, right? And I want to lower the legal drinking age. I want these kids to experience true fun, and then also care about the environment. So I'm putting a ban on eating salmon and salmon only. If you eat salmon, you will get the electric chair. That's it.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mervin. That is quite an exciting platform you have there. Is that a beer bottle in your hand?
Don't worry about it.
Wonderful. Go ahead and take a seat there, Mr. Mervin.
No, I'm not gonna sit down.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. First, I'm going to start from the left with Trixie, and we're going to go ahead and. Oh, geez.
I got hit with a shoe.
Yes, you did. That's unfortunate. Does anybody have an extra one in case his shoes go missing? Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to start from the left here with Miss Trixie. So first, I'm going to ask the question, and then we'll give each candidate 2 minutes to respond. And once they take their 2 minutes and respond, we'll move on to the next candidate. And then once all three candidates have finished explaining their answer, we'll move on to the next question. And if there is any need for rebuttals, I will give the candidates a chance to rebut the answers of their opponents. All right, starting with Miss Trixie. Trixie, I would like for you to explain 3 reasons why you are interested in being the mayor of Lucid City.
3 reasons? Well, I'm for the Crims and I am for the PD. I'm for everybody, really. I mean, I have no qualms against anybody. I believe some rights need to be wronged, or like nobody. Some people held accountable for their actions. I mean, it feels like it's gotten out of control lately, and well, I feel like I'm for the people. I'm not part of the police force. Never been part of the police force. I'm just a working class citizen.
Okay. Is that the remainder of your answer?
Yes.
All right, Wilcox, the same question to you. Could you explain to the audience 3 reasons why you're interested in being the mayor of Lucid City?
Well, to be first and foremost, I, as the owner and main bartender of the Cranberry, people come in and have vocalized a lot of their concerns and problems within the city. The city is a very fine place to live in, but there are always ways to make things better. The second reason would be, honestly, I feel that some of the thoughts that I've had will allow us to continue moving forward and have a much more positive impact on our day-to-day lives. And the third reason would be, well, I'm always looking to have more experiences. It's always, it's never fun to see these opportunities and never really take advantage of those opportunities.
All right, is that the conclusion of your answer?
That is the conclusion, sir.
All right, Mr. Mervin, same question to you. Why don't you give the audience and the fellow Lucidians here 3 reasons why you're interested in being the mayor of Lucid City?
Uh, reason number one, I think I'm pretty cool, and everybody likes me. Reason number two, I don't like limitations to what you can do. Why does it matter if I go 180 down the road? I bought the car to go fast. I'ma go fast. You feel me? You feel me? All right, I get it.
Word.
And number three, uh, uh, I like the power. That's it.
All right, Mr. Mervin, I appreciate you for finishing your answer. The power, that's a very good answer. I haven't heard that one before. All right, we're going to move on to the next question. The next question is I'm going to start from the left here with Mr. Mervin and work my way over to Trixie. The next question is, what do you think the responsibilities of the mayor is, or I should say?
I think the responsibility should be making the city better. You don't want to do like you did and take office and do nothing but make it worse. Yeah, you heard me. I feel like the mayor should make this place the best city ever. I want all the citizens to be happy. I want everybody to be rich, and I want everybody to have fun. That's it.
Word.
All right, is that the conclusion of your answer, Mr. Mervin?
Yep.
All right, Mr. Sandu, go ahead and do you need me to repeat the question?
No, sir.
All right.
The responsibilities of the mayor, I feel, are to be the voice of the people. So if there are issues or concerns that need to be brought up to, let's say, the commissioner of the police or to even state legislature, I would be that person to turn to.
Okay, is that the conclusion of your answer?
That would be the conclusion, sir.
All right, and Trixie, same question to you. What do you think the responsibilities of the mayor are?
I agree with Wilcox, but I also feel like, the mayor should go around and asking people's, opinions on things, trying to get to know the community a little bit better, trying to help out as best as you could where you can, no matter the laws. I know there's a lot of red tape out there. And I want to try what's best for the people and their needs.
Wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and this time we'll start with Wilcox and we'll go Wilcox to Trixie and then Landon last. Why don't you guys go ahead and explain to me how you envision your daily routine as mayor? Wilcox, go ahead and start that.
I would imagine the daily routine would be to wake up, check mayoral office, whether it be down at City Hall or through Discordia, to see if there are any things to work toward for the day. There would also be the element of being out and available for the public to voice their opinions, so that notes can be taken to fully vocalize any new ordinances or laws that people would want. There would also be checking in with commissioner to make sure that police are behaving in the way that is admirable, making sure that finances are in order for the state so that the city can afford things, and just a very busy day.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right, that was a great answer. We're going to move along to Trixie. Trixie, how do you envision your daily routine in the mayor's office?
Well, coming in and checking for the agendas. Not what Wilcox was saying. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be like Landon down there sleeping on the floor half the time. But, going around, maybe checking in with MRPD, checking in with EMS, seeing what I can do, change, trying to get, policies changed and seeing what I could do. Just cracking down to work.
All right, wonderful. We're going to go ahead and start down here with Mr. Mervin, you still have to answer this question here.
Huh.
Are you with us still?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. What, do you need some of that water there? Go ahead and take a sip of water if you need some of
Uh,
that to sober up a bit.
Nah.
Okay,
Uh,
Mr. Mervin, why don't you explain to the audience and the fellow Lucidians what your daily routine would be in the mayor's office?
I gotta do this every day. Fuck. All right. I'm gonna go sleep around 6 in the morning and wake up around midnight, right? And then when I wake up, I'm gonna get on Vibe and I'm gonna do my daily 5 posts a day. Once I'm done talking on Vibe, I'm gonna probably get in my car and start driving around, talking to people. And then after that, I'm gonna go to my office and then I'm gonna get on my computer. I'm gonna check my emails, and then once I'm done checking my emails, I'm gonna get back on Vibe, and I'm gonna do another 5 posts, and then I'm gonna watch some YouTube for the rest of the day, and then I'm gonna head home and I'm gonna do it all over again.
Wonderful. Another excellent answer from Mr. Mervin here. You're doing
I know,
great tonight.
I know.
Let's go ahead and move on to our next question. I'll start with Landon this time.
That's me.
Yeah, that's you. Yeah. So, Mr. Mervin, this job is a job of great responsibility, and it's going to come with lots of criticism.
Uh-huh.
How would you handle that criticism, both publicly
Uh,
and privately?
Whoever criticized me, they'll either go to jail or they get deported from the city. Thank you. That's the end of my. Yep, that's the end.
Okay, Mr. Wilcox.
Well, I have handled criticism in the past. I do have vibe posts kind of detailing some of that criticism that I have received. And I have fully vocalized everything that that I felt that led me toward that situation happening. And what's actually kind of a nice little resolution of it all is the people that have criticized me in the past, we now hold a very respectful relationship. And that is always something that I've tried to strive toward.
Okay, great answer, Trixie.
Criticism? Well, let's
Yeah,
see.
yes.
I mean,
The job
yes,
comes with quite
I've
a.
been
There you go.
criticized before, but I'm not. I don't let it get to me, and I explain my reasonings to people. It becomes down to a agree to disagree situation. I would try my best to help them out, but I can't promise everything. So I just
Okay.
shrug it off.
Okay. Great answers. This time I'm going to start with you, Trixie, and we'll work our way back the other way. Uh, within the mayor's office, things aren't going to be easy to accomplish. What do you think is going to be the hardest policy for you to get passed?
I'm going to probably think the hardest policy to get passed would probably be the criminal reinforcement act that I am proposing, which will help out the small businesses in the end, which I believe, I mean, that it's their choice if they want to lower their probation. Perhaps, they can go and farm for some smaller companies, like, if Bean Machine needs something or, the ammo stores need scrap, they can work off a little bit of their probation to help them out. I think that would probably be one of the hardest policies I could pass.
Okay.
Mr. Wilcox.
The hardest policy that I think would could be implemented would be having businesses be more self-sustaining. Unfortunately, there are businesses that have that fully self-sustained capability where they grow their own crops, they get their own meat for like the restaurants. But there are still several businesses in the city that, due to some reason or another, just require other businesses being open. And when those businesses are not open or are not available or do not have the supplies at the ready, it ultimately hurts two businesses in the end. So I feel by that logic it could help, um, but it is a unfortunate uphill battle in that regard.
All right, great answer. And Mr. Mervin, what do
Huh?
you think is going to be the hardest policy for you to get passed in the mayor's office?
Uh, None of them. These are needs for Lucid City, not wants. And if anybody tries to come in between me, they gonna get shot. I mean, they gonna get out the way. Thank you.
All right, great answers from all of our candidates there. Let's move on to the next question. What would you guys? We're going to start with Wilcox on this one. What would you say is your favorite beverage at the Cranberry Bar, or actually any
Oh,
bar within the city?
well, I would honestly say the unicorn drink at my brain has just shut off. The cockatoos. I quite like that. Otherwise, I do have to be a little bit selfish and say that the Negroni at the Cranberry would also be my overall favorite when it comes to all of the businesses.
Wonderful. And Trixie, what would you say is your favorite beverage at all of the businesses out there?
I, I I'm a straight up whiskey girl. I love going to Wilcox's bar and just sitting there and relaxing. The music isn't loud. It's calming. It's perfect. Just a whiskey and a cigar.
All right, that's a great answer. Mr. Mervin, what would you say is
Huh?
your favorite beverage at all of the businesses here in Lucid City?
Uh, every drink at Cranberry Bar mixed together with some ice, and and that's it.
Wonderful. That's a great answer, Mr.
I
Mervin.
know.
You are full of
That's
great
why I
answers
said it.
tonight. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next question. This one here is coming from a anonymous question asker via Vibe. It was sent to me before the campaign or before the debates tonight. This person would like to know what policies from the previous administration would you like to continue? Policies or practices. We're going to go ahead and start with Mr. Mervin.
Uh, wait, what did you do?
Wow, great answer, Mr. Mervin. All right, moving on to
Uh,
Mr.
wait,
Wilcox.
Well, honestly, the thing that I quite admired was having the business committee that Mr. Ronnie had assembled. That is something that I would like to continue. Unfortunately, I didn't have a whole lot of involvement with that during Ronnie's time, but that is something I would like to step up on. Yeah, just getting all of the businesses together, finding out what can be done better, and how things could be better made for the citizens.
All right, and moving on to you, Trixie.
Honestly, what was the question again? Sorry.
The question came from an anonymous person on Vibe. They messaged me privately in a DM and they asked, what policies or practices from the previous administration would you like to carry over?
Honestly, I I think the police fines for shooting them is fair. I really enjoy the fact that Nurse Nancy costs a little bit more money because then we can actually interact with our EMS versus, you know, everybody just going straight up to Nancy. I mean, our EMS are hard workers, they're great people, and they do wonderful jobs.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add on to this question. We'll go in reverse. Trixie, you can answer first here. In reverse, what policies or practices from the previous administration would you like to get rid of,
Get rid of? Hmm.
if any? I mean, if any.
Uh, None that I can think of.
Okay, and Mr. Wilcox.
Not necessarily get rid of. I do quite admire Mayor Ronnie's work while in the office. The time that he spent in here was a good value of his time. The one thing that I would mm, maybe offer some of my own opinions on would be the EMS the EMS charging. Unfortunately, even though the price has been raised, um, there are problems with EMS not being around, and I would like to uh, work with the hospital in finding better ways to encourage those EMS workers to be around and available, so that people don't just automatically assume Nancy is on duty.
Okay, that's a great answer. And Mr. Mervin, which policies or practices from the previous administration would you like to get rid of?
All of them.
That's a great answer, Mr.
I
Mervin.
know.
Great answer. You're on fire tonight.
I
On
know.
fire. All right, let's move on to the last question I have before we open it up to the crowd. Obviously, besides myself, who is the most attractive Lucidian? We'll go ahead and start with you, Mr. Mervin.
Me.
Mr. Mervin nominates himself. Okay, Mr. Sandu.
This is a very interesting question. Genuinely, I haven't really had much thought on that. If I were to throw out any sort of recommendation, I would say Mr. Giovanni Bonanno.
And it's a great answer. All right, and then Trixie.
Kyle Clarkson. I love his style.
Can I change my answer?
Sure, go ahead, Mr. Mervin.
Jimmy Powers.
Jimmy Powers. He's a
He's
very
hot.
attractive man as well.
I can't say that's conflict of interest.
All right. Well, what we're going to do now, folks, is we're going to go ahead and open it up to the audience that's here in the live studio. If you guys have a question, go ahead and line up over by Lance over here, and we can give you guys a chance to ask a question of the candidates.
They scared him.
Not everybody at once. Not everybody at once now. All right. Give them a
Come
few
on,
minutes
there's got
to
to be
make their way
somebody.
down.
Trisha, you see what you did? It's all because of you.
You love me, buddy.
Don't.
All right. If you're going to ask a question, is that gentleman going to ask a question there?
Ascend.
Go ahead and step on up here next to me.
That's
I'll
Jimmy.
step
That's
back
the
and let you ask the
sexiest guy.
question. All right, face the
I-
crowd and go ahead and ask your question.
I wouldn't say the sexiest.
Hmm.
Oh, let's see here. Can anybody hear me? Even
Yeah, I can hear
Yes,
you.
sir.
So y'all have expanded on about like EMS not charging too much. Has anybody thought about making prostitution legal?
Sure. Done.
We'll start with the. Go ahead, Mr. Mervin, since you already answered. He said sure.
Yeah, it's done. It's legal.
All right, and
Okay,
how would you go
okay.
about that?
You just put it in the newspaper. There you go. That's it. That's all I got.
Beautiful, great,
That's
great
it?
answer.
Okay.
Very, very, very efficient policymaker
I
here.
know.
Trixie, go ahead and answer.
Until there is actually a PowerPoint for the prostitution to be legal and the safety of anybody that wants to be a prostitute and the taxes going back into the city. As long as there is a plan, I'm for making prostitution legal. But if I don't see a plan, it will not be legal.
All right, and on to you, Mr.
Loser.
Sandu.
This might be a little bit of an old-fashioned idea, but I don't really support the idea of prostitution. Pretty much for the reason that there are better ways to make money and be safe doing it. Unfortunately, there is very high mortality rates when it comes to prostitutes. And I would never want to legalize something that could put our citizens in danger.
Okay, great answers. Is this Mr. Powers? Did you have any other
Yes.
questions that you would like to ask while you're here?
Well, let's see here. Can I just drift through the streets and y'all stop pulling me over?
I think that's more directly towards the mayor. You're probably
Yeah.
he's probably
Okay,
the
okay.
commissioner. He's not
Guys
here
can ask
tonight. You should
questions
ask the commissioner
Oh,
that one.
man.
Chill.
Oh, come on, man. I'm tired of these fines. Just trying to have some fun.
I feel your pain, Mr. Powers. All right, I appreciate you coming on up.
thank
Lance,
you.
did you have a question?
Nope.
Okay. Anybody else in the audience has a question?
Right here.
All right,
The
step
guy
on
from
up. You can step
Vibe.
right up here. Go ahead and stand in the middle here. You can face the crowd and
Yeah.
ask your question.
So even though most people don't like PD and PD gets, bad reps for everything, there is no real advantage for people to join PD. Is there any way you can see about, talking with the commissioner and stuff about seeing about more perks to going to people who apply?
All right,
Fuck
let's
no.
start with Trixie on this one.
Well, I know I've talked to you before, Jake, and I believe a police officer should make more than like a fast food person. You're risking your life every day. You have to pay for all of your gear. I feel like there needs to be bonuses somewhere.
Okay, and moving
And a
on to
l-
Wilcox. Oh, are you still going, Trixie?
Oh, and yeah, I was still going. And a
ahead.
little bit of a raise. I mean, you guys do an amazing job, and you risk your life every day.
All right, moving on to Wilcox.
Well, I have a bit of a different take, and while I do kind of agree with Trixie in that our fine officers do need to be more well rewarded for the hard work that they do, I also want to work with the commissioner on improving training. I feel that will have a twofold effect. Having better trained officers will lead to less shootings on the officers. So putting your lives in a little less danger. Having if an officer is able to correctly respond to a situation without abuse of power or abuse of force, that will lead to a much more desirable result, whether it be an arrest or even just a simple speeding ticket.
Okay, and Mr. Mervin.
Fuck no.
Great answer. Another great answer from Mr. Mervin, all-star candidate here tonight.
Fuck the
All right,
cops.
did you have any other questions that you had, Mr. Jake?
No, except free the titties.
All right. Is there anybody else in the audience with questions?
I know
you
one of
scared me.
y'all's curious about something. One of you guys. Ah, God damn it.
All right, we'll give these guys a few seconds. Anybody back there, Theo?
No, we got an audience full of cowards.
Okay, no worries.
I'm just kidding, guys.
All right. Well, here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go ahead and give the candidates a chance to go ahead and give a closing statement on why the Lucidians should vote for you over your opponents. So we'll start with Wilcox on this one. I feel like I should start with you. I didn't start with you a lot. So go ahead and start. You can stand up and let everybody know why they should vote for you over your opponents.
Thank you for your time. I won't directly say everyone should vote for me. All I will say is that you should vote for the person that you feel will make the best progress for the city. I do have the benefit of being around a bit more frequently than some of the other people. I am always available via Vibe or Discordia if people are not able to find me in the city. And yeah, vote with your hearts. Vote with your brain, and vote with your heart.
All right, and we'll go ahead and give Trixie a chance here.
I'm gonna go with like what Wilcox says. Just vote for what you think is best. I mean, I'm not saying I'm the best, but I mean I'm a decent person. I'll hear complaints. I'm always around. I mean, yes, I'm out of work sim a lot, but I'm all available on Vibe. Just please don't vote for him.
Shut up.
For the love of God, please don't.
Shut up.
All right. Thank you, Trixie. All right, Mr. Mervin, would you like to go ahead and let the Lucidians know why they should vote for you over the other candidates tonight?
All right, vote for me and not Trixie, because she sounds weird, she looks weird, she is weird, she smells weird, and she stole my car and crashed into a pool. Vote for me or Wilcox. Wilcox is kind of cool because he gives me alcohol even though I'm underage.
What? I didn't steal a
Excuse
car.
me.
All right, great answers tonight from
Oh,
Mr. Mervin. Wonderful answers. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. As the current incumbent mayor of the city, I would like to thank all of you for your time tonight, and it was an honor to serve all of you. Voting will commence at City Hall shortly after we leave here tonight. Just got to give time for the election agency to get down there and set up, and may the best candidate win.
Thanks, everybody.
I hope you get it, Wilcox.
No.
I'll post
Don't
some
say that,
vibe as soon as the polls open.
Public
15
speaking
minutes or
me
less.
nervous.